to start our journey of getting our first website. No idea how to even start one or where to start. Like, is there a tutorial? It's like getting a little legit. But Indie.com is officially a thing. We are ready to actually make edits on what the heck is happening. The website is finally done. It is long. It is time. It is time for me to finally have a website outside of my Etsy shop. And it's been on my list of things to do for the past 2 years. And I think I'm finally deciding to do it because I want to be a little bit more professional to my retailers that I work with. And then also, I just want to be able to have something of my own in case Etsy ever goes down. And I just want to put a lot more products onto my website rather than like having to spend money every few months to list my things on Etsy. Plus, there's just so much more control of how you want your website to look like rather than having like a cookie cutter box out of Etsy. And that's not to say that I'm getting rid of Etsy. I'm gonna still keep it. I'm gonna have a lot more items and more fun things happening on my website instead. And like I said before, this has been on my list of things to do for the past couple years, and I think the reason why I never made the plunge is, to be quite frank, the money aspect. I feel like when I want to make a website, I want to make sure that I make my money back. And so when it comes to Shopify, it's I think $29 a month and then over $300 a year. And so I was like, I think I was just focusing on the $300 number, and I'm like, will I be able to make $300 in a year? And for a while, for the first couple of years, to be honest, I didn't, because I barely put any effort into my small business. But at this point in my small business journey, I can make that money so easily. So why not just invest in your small business a little bit and have your own website? So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be starting my website. So I have a lot of experience from my full-time job on kind of like the analytics and the, you know, front end of maintaining a Shopify website, but I have no idea how to even start one or what the back end is gonna ever look like. And I know this is gonna be like an ongoing project, but I'm just kind of gonna be doing the first iteration of my website today to see what it looks like, hoping for the best. And I know that this is gonna take more than a day. Let's get to it, and I'll show you kind of like my step-by-step and some of the challenges maybe that I'm gonna going through, so come along with me. Okay, so I'm on the Shopify site right now, and we're about to start our journey of getting our first website. And so I'm on the Shopify site, and I'm gonna click on sign up. So it gives you kind of like a questionnaire of like what kind of business describes you. I'm selling online or in person. Okay, oh my gosh. We are about to, oh my god. I don't know why I'm so excited right now, but we are about to build our store. I think it's just loading. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, it's just exactly how I remember it. My full-time job was working on someone's Shopify site, and this is bringing back memories to before I got laid off. So I am definitely used to this kind of platform. I just, again, would love to know how to build everything. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start. Like, is there a tutorial? Oh, it says I have to pick a plan. So I think I'm gonna go with, I think we go with the basic plan, which is for solo entrepreneurs. It's $1 for the first month, and then I think it's like $29. I think so, yeah. $29. Sorry, it said like $79 down here for like a POS Pro free for a month, but I'm not gonna select that. I'm just gonna go select the basic one. So there's like a $29 a month, or you can do the yearly billing, which is $348. I think it's a little bit more since my first month is gonna be free. But if I pay that, I save $120 per year, which is what I'm looking to do. I think I'm okay with spending, you know, almost $350 right now. So let me get my credit card, and then we can start this. So I'm gonna hide this first before someone, you know, hacks my account. Okay, we did it. So we made a Shopify account. We paid for it for a whole year. So this is like getting a little legit. The next thing that I have to do is actually buy a domain, like have that noodlesbyindie.com, and hopefully no one has taken it, but I went to Shopify and then I went to settings, and then I think you can just go to domains and noodlesbyindie.com here. Okay, cool. No one has taken it, and it's gonna cost us $16 a year for the domain. To be honest, I don't know if that's like the best place to buy it. Maybe there's like other places, but I'm just gonna keep it easy and keep it all within Shopify, and I'm gonna go for just this .com, $16 a year. Yeah, I think like the total would be about, give or take, 360-ish, about 370 max per year if I were to just like wanting to maintain this website, which again is like, sounds like such a hefty amount to me like maybe a year or two ago, but now that I'm making some more money from my shop, I think it's definitely worth it and worth the investment of having an actual website. So let's go ahead and buy the domain. I'm just gonna hide this as well because it includes all my like information and where I live and everything, so I don't want to share that out with the world. Okay, unfortunately we can't even do anything on this website. We can't even like preview the themes to see if it looks good or like what it looks like because my noodlesbyindie.com domain is not working yet. So until then, about 2 days, we can't really do much. So this feels kind of anticlimactic. I was so excited to like get started and start grinding all night and like putting this website together, but I guess we'll wait. So I'll see you in 2 days and maybe we'll get started then. Okay, so we're back and it's an exciting day because we are ready to actually make edits on our website. Our noodlesbyindie.com is officially a thing. You can actually search it up, and well, it's telling you that you need a password right now to get into the website, but that's because I'm working on it. Okay, so my dog is gonna be with me right now because he is tippity-tappeting on the hardwood floors and the camera's picking it up. So he's just gonna be on my lap from this point forward. And so like I said before, I feel like, you know, Shopify is not a new concept for me. I've been using Shopify to maintain and make tweaks to it for the past 3 years for my full-time job. So I know like kind of the ins and outs of it, but I don't know how to like start everything. And you know, this comes with a double-edged sword because one, again, I don't know everything on the back end side. Two, because I feel like I know what is needed for the website. I feel like my checklist is never ending. For example, I was kind of like perusing the themes a little bit and seeing like what I have to do. And while I was doing the menus part of like, you know, the shop all, the about me pages, the FAQs, I was like, oh shoot, I actually have to make a page for like the about me page, the FAQ pages, and it's just like all these little things that's gonna add up because all I really thought I had to do was, you know, upload all my products and that is it. But it's like all these little things that you have to do that like you don't really think about, but it's like necessary to have in a website, otherwise it's gonna be like so boring. So working on that, I feel like right now I'm gonna make a checklist of everything that I need to do so that I don't get too frustrated or I miss something. And so here is what my list looks like right now. Besides adding the product, I have to do the about me page, the FAQ and shipping, any return policies, the shopping menus, which includes like having a shop all, and then once you click on it you can go to different categories like your stickers, pins, keychains and whatnot. Again, adding the products in the shopping cart and what that's gonna look like. I haven't even got to that part yet because I feel like I'm just trying to have like a good shopping experience. When it comes to the homepage, I feel like I have to make sure that I have to find the right specs for certain assets. For example, this banner image, I want to make sure that I have a good size image that is very like good quality too to fit in. And honestly, I'm not sure like what I want as like my main image, to be honest. I thought it would be kind of like just certain products, maybe like maybe my stickers or pins, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a product specific one or whether I wanted to do like me at a pop-up or like a collection of all my stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I didn't think this far through when I was like making the website. And then I kind of laid out like what I want for my homepage. So like I said, the beginning is just going to be the banner image, and then below that is kind of like collections pages. So that includes like all the categories that I have, give or take a few that are missing. And then below that, I'm trying to like think about maybe customer favorites. And then I think I want one more thing under that, but I'm not sure yet. And then on the bottom, it's like about the artist. And then below that is like a subscribe today to subscribe to my emails for anything, for any like promos or any launches that I'm gonna have. I don't like know if I'm gonna have that many emails, to be honest, because I don't want to like add another thing on my list. But I think like I'm gonna have definitely like, you know, Black Friday emails or any big promotions that I'm gonna have, just because I know how taxing it could be to have like a whole email campaign, because that's exactly what I did for my full-time job. Like I had to come up with a bunch of different email campaigns on a weekly basis, and it's like a lot to like always have assets, always have something to tell your customers. And plus I feel like no one's gonna want to like subscribe to me if I'm gonna just spam them every single week on like just website things. I don't know. So I'm gonna keep that more low-key, I think. And then the last thing that I need is just product images, which I have that ready. While I was waiting for my website to be like legitimized, I was taking some photos because I do have photos of my product for Etsy, but I think for a website you want it to be more like a white background because it just looks more cleaner. So I'm trying to like edit my photos so that it does have that white background. And then also last thing that you have to keep in mind when it comes to your website is the color scheme, which I didn't like think too hard on, to be honest. When I first made this, I kind of just played around with it when I was like working around with the theme. But yeah, I kind of just took some colors off of my logo so that everything is cohesive, and I really like it. I think I might change a little bit of it because I'm using pink as a text, and the pink is kind of faint, I think. So I don't want it to be like too much pink and then too much white as well. I'm thinking about how like I'm on this website on my phone and my phone is like super bright. And so I'm like, I don't want it to be super bright for the customer. So I think I don't know, I think I'll have some parts white, but majority of it I'm gonna have it like more color maybe. But yeah, I mean, so far I really like how it looks color wise. What I have to do is just kind of lay everything out the way that I want to see it, and then I'll just fill it in with images and stuff like that. But yeah, that was kind of a long tangent of like a bunch of things that I'm gonna be needing to do this week, and I don't like foresee myself finishing this in a day or a couple of days. I think it may be like a week-long project, because I'm just trying to think of like if I was new to Shopify, like I didn't know anything at all about Shopify, like this would easily take me like a few weeks, if not a whole month, to just like fill everything out. But like luckily, like I do know parts of Shopify, so like I do know what I need and everything. And so yeah, I think it's a little bit easier for me. But even so, there is just a lot to do. Like if you don't have your descriptions ready, if you don't have your images ready, that could easily take a whole chunk of your day to do. So yeah, breathing in and out and just kind of focusing on doing that. Yeah, so I think I'll have another video of like a more detailed checklist of everything you need to kind of start a Shopify website. But I think for this video, it's more gonna be a little vloggy of like me kind of just doing it. Again, I'm just like so excited to make this website. I feel like it makes my like business a lot more professional, especially when I like speak to other business people who are like, oh, how can I contact you and everything? And I'm like, oh, just go to my Etsy or go to my social. But now I can be like, oh yeah, just go to my website. So yeah, I'm just like so excited, and I'm like so proud of myself for just getting to this point. And I think that's kind of the whole theme of this video, just like being proud of myself for once, even though, you know, there's been so many points in this journey that I have been proud of myself, but I feel like this is the first time where I feel like a legitimate business. So this is kind of like a preview of my website, which is so exciting. Oh my gosh, I'll never be not excited of working on this, but I've been working on it for the past like 2 or 3 hours, which is insane. But this is what I have so far. So I added my logo up here. Like I said, I'm choosing the colors of my logo to be the color scheme of the front page and kind of the whole website. Like I said before too, like I'm not sure how I feel about the pink here. Like I took it from my logo, but I feel like it's a little faint, but I do like it here. I still have to pick out like a banner image, but I laid out kind of everything that I want the main page to look like. So here's a collection. I added some photos. I started with the greeting cards and the candles because I don't have like a ton of that right now. So I feel like it's super easy for me to add to it. The customer favorites, you could also name it like bestsellers or top sellers or whatever you want it to be. And then down here about the artists, I took this photo like such a long time ago. But it's like in my room, and I just felt like it was kind of messy in my room. So I kind of edited everything out and had like a pink background, which honestly like fits the vibe here because everything on my website is kind of pink and I love that. And then down here is a subscribe page. I think, like I said, I want one more thing down here to kind of break it off from all the white here, but I'm not sure yet. I think I will figure it out as I go. And then just all my socials down here. Then, and then I also added like to the menus. So once you like click on shop all, you can get my stickers, pins, keychains, everything here. I don't have anything in the about me section yet. And then I added my wholesale, which I use Fair for, but if there's any other questions, I think I can add more info there. The only thing that I still don't know what to do is I don't know how to make this wholesale part pink as well. I can't figure it out like on the template section and everything, so that's what's up. In the FAQs, I have like a shipping situation, but then the issue that I'm running into is I could add this like shipping info as like part of the template, but then for some reason when I go to wholesale, it's also down here as well. So I'm like, I don't know what the heck is happening. Maybe I'm like messing something up. And then the contact page, I still haven't played around with this either, so I'm gonna play around with that. And I also have to like, test it out to see if it works, things like that. So a lot to do. But I also kind of just finished the greeting cards. I have to add more of the other greeting cards, but I have my new ones up on the website and it looks so good. I added the white background, so that's a lot more cleaner. I really love it. I can't believe this is like coming into fruition. Yeah, so I think the next clip of this video is gonna be of me finishing this website and launching it. And I made everyone kind of subscribe to my emails, which I haven't even really touched yet. But I posted it on my socials for everybody to subscribe to my emails. I've always heard that it's great to have like an email list in case anything goes down. Like if anything happens to Etsy or your website, you'll always have your email list to kind of notify your customers of anything related to your business. So it's always good to have that ready. And so I'm trying my best to get that situated. And yeah, I think the next clip will be either in a few days or a few weeks or in a month. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to finish this website, but hopefully it's soon. So yeah, by the time you see this video, my website will be up because the next clip will be of me finishing this website. So the website is finally done. It is launched. If you are an email subscriber or you're on my Instagram, you already know that this is launched. But, oh my gosh, I like just cannot believe this is like so surreal that it's actually finished. So it took me about like a week or two, I think, to finish everything, to finalize everything. But that's also because the week that I was going to like kind of work on it or like finalize things, I actually had my first week of my new job, so I didn't have time to really work on it that much. I also had to commute into the city for a bunch of like events too, so that's why I didn't have the time. So honestly, I feel like I would have finished it in a few days had I just had more time to work on it. Again, that's also coming from someone who like knows kind of the ins and outs of Shopify and the type of assets that are needed for like a banner or the just like things in general that is needed for Shopify and the different like pages and menus that are needed. So I think had I not known any of that, I would have probably taken it a lot longer. So now that is done, I kind of want to give you a quick like tour and like kind of behind the scenes of me kind of building out this page. So starting off with the home page, I used Shopify's theme and kind of just played it around with it. Initially the logo was like in the middle, and then underneath it would have been the menu of like the home, shop all, and everything. And so I initially didn't have like this drop down of the shop all at all. I had to kind of add it myself and then create like collection pages for each of my categories of like greeting cards, stickers, enamel pins, things of that sort, which I can honestly go through a little bit deeper in a different video of like how I did everything. And then I had to do a separate page for my like about page, pop-ups, wholesale, FAQs, all which I will go into a little bit deeper later in the video. But just starting off with the home page, let's like see what that's all about. So underneath like all this menu stuff is my first banner, which is the new site launch banner. I'm hoping to like add more like banners so that you can just automatically swipe to like other things like my pins or like highlights of other promotions or other products. But for now, just to like start off, I think I just did my greeting card, something simple. If you went to any of my pop-up events or just kind of know my aesthetic, I love like that, you know, checkered look. Like my pop-up table is like a checkered blue, and then my business card is checkered pink. So I felt like I had to add it as like my main image banner for my site launch. So I just included that with some of my kind of like best-selling greeting cards, and then I included like a code for a shop launch. I think by the time this video goes out, it would be gone by now. But feel free to shop anyway or subscribe to my email so that you'll know when the next promo is, and probably have one like around Black Friday or sometime in the holiday just to move some more inventory. So just look out for that. And underneath the banner, I have like a collections kind of section of the different things that I sell. So you have like my stickers, my pins, greeting cards, keychains. I'm probably gonna add more as soon as I add more different categories. Like I definitely want to add like notepads or like candles, things of that sort. So I'll probably have like an arrow so that people can like swipe through once I have more categories. And then underneath here is just like my pins. So you have like a lifestyle image of the pin on like a denim jacket, and then you can also click on the product here for like the wonton pin, and then the collections page itself. And then underneath it, I just added like a customer favorites. You can also do like bestsellers or anything, but just some of the items that I kind of like handpicked out to be put onto this page so that people know that like, hey, these are my bestsellers. And honestly, like everyone loves the shrimp chip pin and the shrimp chip keychain. I felt like I didn't want to put the shrimp chip pin and the keychain in the same like right back to back, so I decided to just put the frog, which is also a bestseller anyway, so that's what I did. And then underneath that I have from happy customers. You could also just put like reviews or something, but I thought it'd be like more fun to say from happy customers, and I included some like reviews that I pulled from my Etsy shop so that people have that like, you know, social confidence to purchase from me, because right now like on my website I don't have any reviews, so it's nice to just pull from existing reviews that you already have on like Etsy or something to put on here so that people know like what they're getting into. You're not just like a new business, you've been here for a while, you're legitimate and everything. So underneath that I have like my about the artist, which is me, and just like a blurb of myself. And underneath that is just my footers where I have like my about page, wholesale, FAQs, ways to contact me, and then my socials in the below. But let's go through like maybe some of our pages first before going into like our shop all. Let's go to the about page. This is a photo I took in my studio like such a long time ago, because I'm like, I'm gonna want like a photo for my future website, and now that's the exact photo that I'm using. I just kind of like edited out like the background because it was so messy that I'm like, I don't want to show that on my website, so I kind of just erased the background and then I put a pink background and then kind of drew in my shadows and some like designs on it so that it would look fun. Then I just kind of included like a blurb of myself, where Doodles by Indie came from, what this is all about. And then next up I have like my pop-up events kind of like calendar. I don't think I'm gonna like include every single one of my pop-ups like as I get them. I think I'm just gonna include them like the month of. So it is November now, so I'm gonna include next month's just because I'm not doing anything in November. But if I were to, I would just include November's pop-ups and not anything after that. Just because I feel like if I do that, there will be like so many. My pop-ups, I like to book them way in advance. It would be such a long list to put every pop-up event that I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. Okay, and then next up I have like a wholesale page. So for my wholesale, I actually sell through faire.com, so that's where I can sell to retailers. It's kind of like Etsy where, you know, customers can just buy from you, but for Faire it's like retailers, actual shops can buy from you at like a bulk price, and they make it so easy to have like a widget so that you can just put the code into your website and it just looks like this. It looks very professional. Like it says Doodles by Indie X Faire, and then like some of the features that they have if you're a new shopper on Faire. And then lastly I have like an FAQs. I feel like it's just nice to have an FAQs so that you don't get a spam of emails from people asking about like shipping or how long it's gonna take. I feel like for Etsy I always get questions about like when my order is coming, like what is the pricing for shipping if I want it like at a slower rate versus like the next day. So it's nice to to just have it all in one place. I also like saw other people's website and how they kind of laid it out, and so they have like return policies, so I kind of answered those. It's like a drop down and you can see like how I handle returns, how to shop in person, and then also just like how our products are made. So I make a lot of products in-house. I design every single piece, but there are, you know, some items like my pins or my keychains that I do manufacture outside, but the designs are still mine, so I kind of just wanted to be, you know, upfront about that. But all my stickers and all my like paper goods are made in-house. The last thing is just my shop all pages. Let's just go to maybe my pins. So it just looks like this. I made all the images with a white background because I feel like that's kind of the standard for a lot of websites, to have that white background to make it more clean. And plus, if you ever wanted to like sell to say like an Amazon or Walmart or another website, like it's pretty standard to have white backgrounds anyway, so I wanted to have that option if I ever wanted to sell to someone else. And if you hover it, it is like another image, so you can kind of see lifestyle, what that would look like, and sizing wise how it is compared to my finger. But that is what it looks like. I added the add to cart, so that's easy for people to just add it when they like something on the page. But if you don't, then you can click on the item to see what it looks like. It has the main image, and then I included a bunch of other images that were added. I included the denim jacket image just because I love putting pins on my jackets, so I thought like maybe someone else would be inspired to do so as well. You'll see like a description of the product, some features, like what it's made out of, the size. I just want to make sure that like I'm adding, you know, all the necessary information so that people are confident in purchasing my product and they wouldn't be disappointed when they get it because it was like the wrong size or it's not the right material that they want. So just making sure like everything is in the description before they purchase. And once they do purchase, I'm just gonna add it to cart. It just looks like that, and I love that this card just comes from the side so that they can easily see what they're getting, what the price is, and includes the image itself. But yeah, I think that is it for this like a website tour. Again, I'm definitely gonna have like a follow-up video of kind of the things that I did on my website. As while building it out, I did run into some issues and things of that sort, of like not knowing how to build certain things out. Like I think there was definitely a lot of Googling. There's a lot of like using like Copilot and ChatGPT. So I would definitely be going through more of like a tutorial on like how I made the menus, how I made a collection page, things of that. Just like, you know, simple things that you don't think that you would have needed until you were building it out. But that's for a separate video. But I'm just like still in shock that I have a website. Like I'm so excited to reach out to retailers and give them my website. I'm so excited to give my business card and it has my website. It just makes me feel so like legitimate and a professional. So I'm like so proud of myself for building this out, and it looks legit, so you know, pat myself on the back here. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed me kind of going through my website and kind of the little journey of me building it out. So until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this.